just a normal teenager. I'd taken some combination of antidepressants and the pill for years, yet the extreme suffering caused by my menstrual cycle, which had sometimes forced me to stay home from school, skip the athletics that I loved, and forgo the social chaos of teen life, persisted. My symptoms were anything but typical. That had been clear to me, and now, at long last, it was clear to my doctors too. And it was cancer, which is to say incredibly daunting. As I underwent an array of procedures and surgeries at various hospitals, I couldn't foresee how volatile yet enlightening my health challenges would become. I didn't yet know that after undergoing surgery to remove the bowling ball-sized tumor from my left ovary, my initial diagnosis would be rescinded. Instead of ovarian cancer, a year later I'd learn I had endometrial cancer. The cancer was ultimately removed, and with it my ovaries, uterus, cervix, and fallopian tubes. Not yet 20 years old, I was forced to undergo a radical hysterectomy and face the fact that I would never have biological children. The morning after that surgery, the doctor handed me a yellow, football-shaped pill and told me I'd have to take it every day for the next 30 years. That pill contained the estrogen my body could no longer produce. Despite the synthetic hormone supplementation, the absence of reproductive organs to supply my system with natural estrogen forced my body into menopause, literally overnight. Who at age 20 thinks about the symptoms and implications of menopause? I wasn't remotely prepared for what was to come. Terrified and distressed, I felt completely alone. Looking back, I now see that I wasn't alone. Even at my lowest of low points, I never was. So many of the women I now work with have their own stories of trauma, disease, heartache, and depression. For years, which sometimes turned into decades, they lived lives punctuated with that same deep soul ache and strong yet muted whispers from inside themselves. Something is off. This isn't working. Listen to me, please listen. Like me, so many women have also had their intuitive knowing repeatedly invalidated by external authority figures. So many of them, like me, have taken themselves and their health to the brink, only to realize that living the body and soul nourishing lives they yearn for means ending their reliance on the next quick fix, miracle pill, practice plan, or belief system. They too have faced the fact that our individual and collective pursuits of the one big change, the spiritual practice, the diet change, and so on, isn't taking us anywhere we want to go. Instead, we must assume a radical level of responsibility for our health, not just physical, but emotional and spiritual too. We must find more authentic and comprehensive ways to heal. Only that kind of all-encompassing, holistic well-being can support the hopes and dreams we're committed to realizing. For me, the recognition that I needed to take charge of my whole health came after my hysterectomy. In the anxiety-ridden months that followed my final surgery, in the middle of my college years, I moved to the West Coast. There, in the late 1990s, while working as a waitress, I was introduced to a wide array of alternative health and spiritual practices. These mind-body-spirit practices became the foundation of the reclamation of my body, my health, and my life. One pivotal day at Lake Tahoe, I was fortunate enough to find my first spiritual mentor, Debbie LaFay, whose petite frame and rhythmic voice belied her powerful yet odd-sounding wisdom. As she gave me a life-changing tarot reading, I felt a primal tug inside me. We had never met before, and social media didn't exist yet, so she possessed no concrete knowledge of my past. Yet this fairy-like creature named my experience so accurately it almost felt invasive. Did I dare trust her guidance? Would I really experience the healing I desperately needed by claiming a relationship to cyclical living and working with lunar rhythms? I would, according to Debbie. In those early years, my inner knowing, that fuzzy yet tangible sixth sense we call intuition, often yanked at my science-loving intellect. What was real? What was pure unhinged woo-woo? What was wisdom passed down through generations only to be submerged and dismissed in the name of reason, logic, and all things patriarchal? Debbie taught me that the phases of the moon mirror the menstrual cycle, and that by strategically keying into the moon's cadence, I could connect to the cycle I had lost when I sacrificed my ovaries to survive cancer, a cycle I never knew how to honor due to hormonal dysfunction. It was a fascinating dive into a new realm of understanding that ultimately pulled me in multiple directions. Then, in 2001, while studying at San Francisco State University,